Hello, my friends, and welcome to another fucking episode of Aggressive Pogo here in the Open Ultra League, featuring Sirfetch'D, this fucking gangsta-ass Pokemon. Holy fuck, this thing is amazing. It has Night Slash, you could give it Leaf Blade, and honestly, Brave Bird is insane. People don't expect it, or even when they do, or if they're down shields, they basically get fucked in the asshole anyway. Doesn't matter. Clone Charizard is a beast. If you don't have one, I feel really bad for you. You can have a regular Charizard, but Clone Charizard is exclusive and looks fucking amazing. And we also have your boy Trevenant. Who's our third? Oh, Snorlax. We got Shadow Snorlax as well, which is an absolute savage. Snorlax worked out for me very well because I kept running into some really weird leads or just like weird swaps in general. I'm not really good at Ultra League. I'm just starting to get good at it. I've been working on Great League for a very long time because it's just super easy to level Pokemon up to that. So doing this has been a little rough, but I am getting acclimated and getting better at it. And just give me a fucking break, all right? I'm working on it. Obstagoon coming back in, getting to the body slam. Is this enough? Yes, it is. Get the fuck off my screen. And there is a Moltres in the back. Going for the first body slam. It does almost 50%. And I try to catch a move, and my opponent just calls it a GG right there. Calls it quits. Hope everyone is having a beautiful day. Today was Cleaver Raid Day. It went very well. I did about 30 of them, and I didn't get a shiny, and I didn't get a hundo. And fuck my life, bro. I have the worst luck with these fucking Pokemon. And honestly, tomorrow morning, or not tomorrow morning, but the next morning, I have a Cleaver video dropping. And the thing is, it's just, yeah. I'm not going to talk about it right now. I'll let you see the video. It'll be dropping after this one. So just turn on notifications and you can expect to see that one. And I'm sure there's content creators that have showed it. And they're just talking a bunch of shit about it because they don't know how to make a team around it. But as long as you can make a team around it, you can get some decent wins. And you just have to, like someone said, one of the YouTube content creators said, you just have to get alignment with it. And honestly, I don't think it's good in the lead. I'm just going to leave it at that. But I don't think that it is good at the lead. Swampert coming in. And Sirfetch'D is a fucking boss because, excuse me, this thing just puts Swampert in its place. Like, there's not a goddamn thing Swampert can do. If they're even energy, I win CMP every time. If I'm up a shield, you better start praying now that you get the switch timer in time because you're basically fucked. Leaf Blade coming through. Bye-bye Swampert. Too easy. And my opponent calls it a quits, and that is a G fucking G. Sirfetch'D is a problem. Alongside Snorlax and Charizard, this thing is amazing. Copping into a Wall Rain, and we can tank an Icicle Spear or two. Possibly, I think two. Yeah, we can take two. Going for the Blast Burn. This is really gonna fucking burn. Pun intended. Hopping straight into the Wall Rain. Hoping this is not an Earthquake. And it's just an Icicle Spear. And I can tank it. But a Talonflame is coming in. Going straight for the Brave Bird. No baiting. And we're forcing a shield. And that's another beautiful thing about Sirfetch'D, is that it has one of the strongest fast moves in the game, counter. It has Leaf Blade, one of the strongest charge moves that only takes 5 counters to get to. It wins CMP because the attack is so high against so many Pokemon. And then it has Brave Bird to threaten shields or even one-shot you if you don't have shields. Like, it's a really good Pokemon, man. I can't emphasize that enough. It's such a good fucking mon. Charizard coming back in. Talonflame goes down. Swampert's coming in. It's all that's left. Baiting the Dragon Claw. My opponent's shields. Getting to the Blast Burn. Doing about 50%. You gotta fucking love it. And my opponent makes a huge mistake right here. He goes for an Earthquake instead of going for 2 Hydro Cannons. I'm pretty sure that 2 Hydro Cannons would have been enough, but he went for the Earthquake. And that is a G fucking G. Charizard into Obstagoon. Now, this is another reason why I was running Charizard in the lead. Obstagoon is fucking annoying to deal with any other Pokemon. Like, the thing is just super annoying. Bringing in Sirfetch'd, and my opponent swaps into a Giratina. And this is where Brave Bird comes in to threaten it. Look how much damage that is doing. And unfortunately, I don't get to another move. But now, there's nothing this Giratina can do to Snorlax. So I can basically lick this bitch all the way down. Pause. Taking another move, no problem. Able to lick all the way down and come out with energy. You gotta love it. Obstagoon, I believe, is coming back in, and we can threaten it. And I'm catching the Night Slash on the Charizard, but I decide to shield anyway. Or it was a cross chop. Wow. Excuse me, guys. I'm suffering from allergies. The transition of the weather is still fucking with me, so bear with me. My opponent doesn't shield the Blast Burn and just gets fucked real good. Throwing the Dragon Claw. Wasn't my opponent going to shield? He does. He's able to farm me all the way down. And these licks are ineffective. I have to shield here and try to lick all the way down. Oh, and I'm not able to, so I'm throwing a Body Slam. Does my opponent have another Pokemon in the back? He does, the Obstagoon, and I'm able to lick him down, no problem. Pause. That is a big fucking pause. Lick him down, ayo. Anyway, into Registeel, Charizard coming in, and my opponent swapping right out. I can tank anything this Cresselia throws, but I decide to farm up to a Blast Burn and swap the fuck out. Bringing in the Snorlax, and these licks do so much damage. And even though these Body Slams are not doing anything insane, it's already in the yellow. And like I said, the licks are very oppressive. So, you gotta love it. Getting to another Body Slam. Does my opponent shield here? He does not. And I decide not to shield. And I could Wing Attack down with Charizard and have a shit ton of energy against whatever the fuck comes in the back. And a Giratina's coming in, getting to the first Dragon Claw. Excuse me. Getting to the second Dragon Claw, and this is going to be really fucking annoying for my opponent. And I'm almost at the third and fourth Dragon Claw already. Getting to a third Dragon Claw. This is why you don't swap in late against Charizard. Getting to a fourth Dragon Claw. Bro, are you fucking kidding me? Do I get to a fifth? Oh, I swap in, and my opponent calls it a quits, and that is a G fucking G. Registeel is not going to be able to handle Sirfetch'd, especially with a shield. Into a Talonflame. I believe it's shiny one, which is so beautiful. I definitely have one of those. Not for Ultra League, but who the fuck needs a Talonflame for Ultra League when you have Charizard? And I'm bringing in the Snorlax, and these licks are doing a lot of damage. Hoping my opponent doesn't go for a Brave Bird, and he does not. Going for a Body Slam, but my opponent wins CMP, and I'm going to shield the second Flame Charge because it's boosted, and I should be able to get to another Body Slam before he gets to a move. Do I make it to the Body Slam? And I do. Will my opponent shield here? Putting a lot of pressure. And he does not. And he's at a move. And I decide not to shield. And it's a double boosted Flame Charge. And Charizard is able to tank it. No problem. Swapping in my Sirfetch'd. Throwing the Leaf Blade. And my opponent makes a beautiful catch onto a Registeel. But I'm not sure that fucking matters. And I don't think that Sirfetch'd cares. Excuse me, my friends. I really apologize for all the sniffling. Going for a Brave Bird because a Leaf Blade is not going to be enough. And I should have enough energy for the Swampert in the back. And I know it's out of move, so I farmed up all the fucking way. And that is a G fucking G to that opponent. Let's go. Sirfetch'd taking out a Registeel, taking out a Swampert, no fucking problem. Into an Electivire, and I'm bringing in the Snorlax right away to tank a Wild Charge because that's most likely what it's going to throw. And he does, and it does about 60 damage, which is insane. And a Crobat is coming in. I remember when I wanted to level one of these babies up, but they are fucking useless these days because Golbat has Wing Attack. I wonder if you could level up a Golbat to Ultra League. That would be interesting. Knowing this is a Poison Fang, I let it go, and my opponent has extra energy, and I knew he wanted to debuff me and get a shield before he threw the Shadow Ball, and I called it correctly. Electivire coming back in, and I'm not outpacing him, but I think he just didn't throw a move. My opponent getting to a move, and I'm letting it through, calling the ice punch, and I call it correctly. And now I can shield and farm all the way down like a fucking savage, able to farm down. What will my opponent do? He brings in a wall rain. I'm getting to a leaf blade. I'm getting to a second leaf blade. Oh my god, I'm telling you, Sirfetch'D is a problem. Bringing in Charizard to throw the Blast Burn up against whatever's in the back. And that is a G fucking G. Damn, I'm telling you, this team is so good. Definitely recommend you guys trying them. Charizard into Trevenant. Let's fucking go. And my opponent is staying in. What is happening right now? Throwing the Blast Burn. And I'm guessing he's probably going to try to bait me with a Seed Bomb, but I'm just going to shield just in case. And it is the Shadow Ball, so good fucking call on that one. Going for the Dragon Claw bait this time. Does my opponent shield? And he doesn't. And I'm able to bring a Snipe with Snorlax and lick him down. And he brings back in, or he brings in a Scrafty. Dude, why do I keep saying lick him down? It just sounds so fucking wrong. Going for the Body Slam up against the Scrafty. My opponent calls the bluff. Getting to another Body Slam. Does he call the bait this time? He does not. We get a shield. His last shield. And we should be okay here with Sirfetch'D to tank whatever he throws. Even if it's a boosted foul play. Doesn't matter. Taking the power-up punch. No problem. And I know this is just another power-up punch. And able to farm all the way down. And he has one Pokemon left in the back. And I make a huge mistake. I go for a Brave Bird instead of 2 Leaf Blades. And if I did not have a shield, that would have cost me the game. But I do have a shield. And I should be able to get to a Blast Burn up against this Ampharos. That is a G fucking G to that opponent. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And I will see you in the next one.